Hey everybody, happy Monday. Today, Crystal and I have brand new Maggie Holmes Monday layouts for you. And I am using my H2KAKWS style since it is full of Maggie Holmes goodies. It is perfect for this series for the next couple of months. I'm going to use one of those wood grain papers as my background, and I have chosen 4 other papers. I'm going to cut into them. I know, like these big papers. I usually start with scraps, but I really, really loved these papers all together, and I decided that I was going to go ahead and I'm not going to hoard the pretty papers in this kit. I'm going to use them. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the 3 patterns down. I'm not going to use much of these 3 patterns, just a couple of strips. And then I'm also going to use one of my spiffier speckles paper. I'm going to use the gold side, and I'm going to use that to go ahead and map my photo with. And then we're going to add some extra gold splatter on my page as well. So there will be lots of fun on this. I love these spiffier speckles papers from Lawn Fawn. I think they are just so nice. Really, really enjoying using them. I am inking all of the edges of my pattern papers with Vintage Photo Distress Oxide ink. I'm giving these papers a pretty nice dark edge. So sometimes I do it just a little bit lightly just to create some shadow. This time I'm actually going ahead and getting myself some good color around all the edges of this paper. Isn't this awesome? I love doing this with my new glass board. I think it's so cool. I love how my mini blending tool just kind of goes right along the edge. It runs so smooth. I could not ink the edges of larger pieces any better than I do when I use my glass board for the ink. And then it just goes ahead and wipes right off with a baby wipe. So I'm going to go ahead and take these 3 strips of paper and place them across the top of my page. Today's layout is using a sketch for some inspiration. I am not going to show you the sketch because it is from Dearly D. I say this quite often. I am not just a content creator. I'm also a content consumer. And one of the subscriptions that I subscribe to is Dearly D on Patreon. She has a really, really nice Patreon. And in addition to extra videos, you also get cut files, digital printables, sketches, tons of inspiration, lots of challenges. I really, really enjoy her my Patreon membership there. I don't have a ton of memberships. I have one on Patreon, one on YouTube, and I'm pretty picky about classes. So usually if I am saying this one is really good, then it's really good. And Dearly D's Patreon is really good. So here is my basic kind of layout design. Now it's time to go through the rest of my stash kit and go through all the little bits and pieces and choose what I'm going to use, what pieces I'm going to use. I do want to add some journaling to this layout, so I'm going to go through this little pack of parasol cards. These are the 3x4 cards. I'm going to choose one that has a good amount of space that I can write on. I am scrapbooking a heritage photo today. This one is one of the older photos that I have, or one of the oldest photos that I have. This one took a lot of playing to get it digitized so that I could print it to scrapbook it. The original photo is pretty, it's not damaged, it's just so old. The small youngest child in this photograph is my great-grandmother. She was born in 1910, and she is probably like maybe 3 or 4 in this picture. So we're definitely talking about a photo that's from the 19 teens. And it is her, who is my great-grandmother, her grandmother, so that'd be my great-great-grandmother, and then her great-grandmother, which would be my great-great-great-grandmother. Wow. Yes. Okay. I think I just got that all worked out. Anyway, so the photo is from the 19 teens for sure. And it's such a cool photograph. I love what everyone is wearing. And the only person whose face is kind of faded or was really hard to grab was the woman's face in the photo, which would have been my great-great-grandmother, or my great-great-great-grandmother. And then the other 2 people in the photograph are pretty clear. And the photograph is not damaged. There's nothing on the photograph. It's not bent. It's not nothing. It's just, it's old, like very old. So, but I played with it. I worked with lighting and like scanning it and everything. And I was able to get a good digital copy where you can see everyone in the picture pretty clearly. So that made me happy. To my journaling card, I have added little photo corners, and I added a little silhouette sticker, and then I'm adding some phrase stickers. These clear stickers are from Maggie Holmes' Heritage collection. I have a couple of sheets of stickers from this collection in this kit to work with. This die cut strawberry blossom or cherry blossom piece, remember I had created that cherry blossom when I first got the die set, the metal dies, and then I never used it on a project or layout or anything, but I kept it, and it's going to go on this page. So I do have the Spellbinders metal die with that cherry blossom, but I didn't make this cherry blossom specifically for this layout. That's just where it found a home. Next, I'm going to grab some of these floral die cuts from the stamp area die cut pack that's in my kit. I end up using a good amount of the flowers and butterflies. And okay, true story, after I was finished doing this layout, I went online and I threw some more of these stamp area die cuts into my cart. I go through floral die cuts so fast, it's not even funny. It's ridiculous how fast I go through them. And right now, my Maggie Holmes florals, I have all this paper and very few flowers, which is kind of bad because I use them so much. So it would be nice to think that I would just be smart and make die cut flowers, like a whole bunch of them, and add them to the kit. And you know what? That's not a bad idea. Maybe I will. I even have the Maggie Holmes die from, years and years ago. She released a metal die with one of her collections that makes those pretty cabbage roses. And now that I'm sitting here talking to you and doing this voiceover, I'm thinking, why don't I go through and make a whole bunch of those dies? I don't know. I really, really should. That should be like a snowy day activity. To put something good on TV and start making roses. It's a fabulous plan. Now, let's remember that plan and put it into action, right? I chose one of the titles from one of the 6x12 sticker sheets. It says, "Love Grows Here." I didn't have anything in mind for a title. I'm going to journal about the photograph and who's in the photograph, how they're related to me, etc. But I did want to have a little bit of a title there. And I have black on the wording of my title. I also have some black accents on the butterflies. And so I decided that I wanted to pull in a little more black and a little more gold onto my layout. And I'm going to do that with these little stickers. So there were 3 like gold foil stickers, and then there were some black stickers on the sticker sheet, and I'm going to pair them up and place them in 3 different areas of my layout. Oh, and I have the black of the silhouette too. So there is little pops of black throughout my page, and I want to just kind of re-emphasize that and make it really part of the page. I want it to kind of flow throughout both sections here. Now we're going to do gold splatter. Right now, my absolute favorite way to get the best gold splatter is with a fan brush and aqua pigment in the color Gilded from Brutus from Monroe. So it comes in a little dropper bottle, and I just mix it with some water, kind of run my fan brush through, and then I get the most fabulous gold splatter ever. I love this. I think it's more beautiful than Heidi Swapp Color Shine because you don't get that little oily ring at all. It's a beautiful color, so much sparkle. I love this stuff. And so once that splatter's done, I'm just going to wipe it up, and this layout is complete. I will leave links for anything that might still be available in the description box below, and be sure to check out Crystal's video for today. She always does such an amazing job with her Maggie Holmes stash. Have a wonderful, wonderful Monday, everyone, and I will see you again soon. Bye.